Again, Apple-1 is the first Apple that Steve Wozniak actually imagined and soldered together on a motherboard. Apple-1 was only a motherboard. There was nothing else that came with it. All the other peripherals, whether it's the monitor, the keyboard, they were all off-the-shelf components assembled by Apple, but the computer alone was just the motherboard. My first computer, which was much later than this Apple, had 200 transistors. The phone in your pocket has around 15 billion transistors. So that's the evolution of computing that we've seen in the last 50 years. This one had just 4 kilobytes of RAM.
This one's not happy for now, but that's okay.
And what it could do was very basic. It could run a program. It could run BASIC if you had an extra ROM attached to it, and it could run a few interesting commands that you can play with it. You can't run today's games on it, or even Word or Excel. It was a very, very simple, basic computer, but it was the first time the computer was personal. It was not the size of a room, but it was something you could put on your desk. There were frustrations with this. It took 10 minutes to boot up in the first place. When you just boot your computer today, imagine waiting for 10 minutes to start your computer. It's instantaneous, sometimes within seconds. So there was a lot of actions that needed to happen for a full computer. Like you have to start your monitor, you have to start your keyboard, then all the things come together, and it was a pretty slow parallel, serialized process. For me, as a computer scientist, this is my era's Da Vinci, because Da Vinci only had a limited number of paintings. There is only one of these. There is no other comparable to this, period.
It's nice to get this kind of progression, completely analyzed.
And this is the machine that inspired the creation of Microsoft. So this Altair machine is what led Mr. Allen and Mr. Gates to start the company in the first place. Both of these groups were independently developing computing, one up in Seattle, one in Palo Alto, and they both see the graphical user interface and are inspired by it. That led to the creation of Macintosh at Apple, as well as the Windows operating system at Microsoft.
So this is a directory listing. These are all the programs on the disk. And you notice how brute force it is. It's just listing the files that are there.
That's just right. Get into graphical user interfaces. There's actually